Ever feel caught between faith and science? Well, let's explore a totally different way to look at this.
So often, it feels like you absolutely have to pick a side. It's a real tug-of-war.
And that leaves you with two camps, right? One rejects science, the other rejects faith. But what if this whole conflict is just a trap? One scholar, Mustafa İSLAMOİGULU, thinks so.
He actually proposes a third way, a path where both science and faith can totally coexist.
The core idea is this. Think of the Quran and nature as two books written by the same author.
So evolution isn't a belief, but sunnatullah, one of God's observable laws in creation.
As he says, it's not something to believe in, but something you can actually know.
Okay, but what about scripture? The whole be and it is thing sounds pretty instant. Well, if you look at the original Arabic, it's actually a process. It means be and it starts becoming.
So what about other stories? You know, like woman being created from man's rib.
Turns out that whole rib story, it's not actually in the Quran. It's an import.
These are called Israeliyat, basically stories from other cultures that got mixed in over time.
And this all fits with what science shows us, a really, really long history of hominid development.
Which brings us to this key distinction. Bashar, the biological body, versus insan, the conscious human. And that jump from one to the other is described metaphorically as receiving the breath of spirit.
You can think of the spirit as the unique package that makes us truly human. So in this view, Adam isn't the first biological humanoid, but the first morally responsible one.
This idea has had a huge ripple effect in Turkey, sparking all sorts of new conversations.
It's even helped people, like this biology professor, find their way back to their faith.
So the big takeaway here is that the debate itself is designed to be a trap.
It forces you into this false choice. Either deny God's creation or deny God's method of creation. Which really makes you wonder, what's the real conflict we should be focused on?